we're here in Parliament, outside the steps of Parliament. There's been 2 stages and tens of thousands, quite possibly hundreds of thousands of people. Why do you think they've come out here?
Mate, this is the largest demonstration I've seen in the 11 years that I've been here in Canberra. People have come here because they are absolutely and utterly ticked off with what's happened around the nation, with all the impositions on our freedom, but particularly with the vaccine mandates. Now, I hear time and again from people in this place that there's no vaccine mandates, but mate, when they're putting a figurative or metaphorical gun to your head and saying, look, you either take the jab or you lose your job, you either take the jab or you can't have a social life, that is a mandate. And it really has to end. It has to end. Look, we're getting attacked by a flag here.
We're patriots, so it's like, if you wanted to be attacked by a flag, you want to be the Australian one. Yeah.
So that's why they're all here, mate. They're all here for one thing, and that's to end the mandates.
Pauline Hanson came out yesterday, and guys, we're here with George Christensen, member of the lower house. She came out yesterday and said, there's all these people out here, why aren't the members of Parliament coming out to their own constituents and talk to them? I mean, we're in a bit of a Canberra bubble, but it's quite refreshing to have everyone here to sort of back the MPs that they feel they represent them, like yourself. Yeah. And I think I've seen the way people have been mobbing you. How does it feel for literally the first time in Australian history to have everyone here in Canberra and actually supporting you in the numbers that we're seeing?
Mate, it's phenomenal, and when you come to this place, it's like the Twilight Zone, right? You go and you hear things in your electorate, and you think, yeah, I know what's right, and then you come back here and everyone's telling you you're wrong. Yeah. So for the people, and I've met a lot of people from my part of the world, from North Queensland and Central Queensland, that are here in Canberra. So to get that backing, it sort of puts the steel in your spine and, recharges you for when you're going to go back into that den of vipers.
God bless you. It's really frustrating because a lot of us, we see your live streams, we see you on social media, which is great. But then we look at the Parliament and it's like you're talking to crickets. Yeah. And it's like, why don't they have the respect? I mean, I think that they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Where do you see the election going?
Well, mate, I think that, I don't want to be a commentator on where the election's going to go, sure. But I do hear a lot of people are ticked off at all sides of politics. So, the message to everyone is just we've got to do better and we've got to end these bloody mandates. I think that that's the way the rest of the world's going, and it would be really good to see, one way or another, mandates ended in this country. And I'll tell you what, the political leader who delivered that, they would get the support of all of these people, all of them.
The Prime Minister's had a very rough week. There are reports that Liberal Party donors, and these are just reports, Liberal Party donors are leaving in droves. They're not replying to a lot of the fundraisers. We're seeing Scott Morrison's polling at rock bottom. It's worse than even his bushfire days when he was in Hawaii. We're seeing his own party in New South Wales. You've got people like Matt Kamanzuli, as reported in The Australian, suing the federal version of the Liberal Party, and based on pre-selections. And to make matters worse, just this week, his religious freedom bill was nuked, which is a promise he took to the 2019 election. I mean, and out on top of that, you've got the backdrop of all these texts being leaked. I mean, where is Scott Morrison going? Could we see a situation where a new person leads the Liberal Party to the election in May?
No, look, I don't think so. I think Scott Morrison's the Prime Minister and he's the leader of the Liberal National Coalition, and that will remain in place. And look, I don't want to get partisan. Again, I don't want to be a commentator. What I say is that, a lot of people think, like particularly in the crowd here, there might be this grand revolution and we're not going to have either Labor or Liberal in running the show. I don't think that's right, actually. It is, at the end of the day, still going to be a choice between a Liberal National Government and a Labor Government. And as much as I'm critical of my own side, I got to say, go to the other side and look at what Labor governments have done and are still doing, such as in Queensland, in WA, in Victoria. So they've been shocking. I think we're going to have probably a bigger crossbench in the Senate as a result of all of this. And, that might be the thing that pulls up some of the rubbish that tries to get through this place. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, George, if there's one thing from talking to the people here and seeing their interactions with you, there's no shortage of intellectual honesty with you, and I really want to encourage you, and I want to thank you for all the time that you've been giving the Parliament, and it's a shame we won't be seeing you run at the next election, but hopefully we'll see you back soon in this place.
Thanks, Joel, and good work to you, and good luck to you and what you're doing here.
Good on you, mate.